We're seeing now Be'ez Hashem is Baruch Daf Mem Tes Mem Ches Omid Beis Nitma Basar B'Chelev Kaim. The basar became tome, and the chelev is still there. Ein zoykas hadam by Pesach. Since the ikar is the achilas basar, if the basar became tome, you cannot do zrikas hadam. Nitma chelev basar kaim, but if the chelev became tome, but the basar is still okay, zoykas hadam, then he can do the zrika because he still has the meat of the Pesach. So you can still eat something, so that means that he's yotze the mitzvah's Pesach. However, when it comes to other korbanos, let's say chatos or asham, that doesn't matter. Even there's nothing left over to eat for the kehanim, or by shlomim, let's say, as long as there's anything left over, either the chelev or the basar, he can still sprinkle the dam. The Gemara, the Leiker Reb Nosson. Reb Nosson Omar Yitzim B'Zrika B'Le'achil. Reb Nosson argues on this Mishnah. He says a big chiddush that even if the basar became tamei, no problem. You can go ahead and make a zrika and you yotze your korban pesach. Very big chiddush. By time the shachta is a kalkal that's Rabbeinu Abayim. Oyse apish ein shom ela pesach. You don't shat in pasuk. Even if you have only one korban for the whole Klal Yisrael. So obviously there's not enough to eat for everyone. So we say that still yotze because Nosson says achila loy ma'keves. Abish ein shom pesach echad kulam yotze mizrika achas. Ve'efshek zayis echad ve'echad. So you must say that it's not necessary. That's what Nosson holds. Pshita dam milsa. Nitma basar emurim kayam, zoykas adam le'emurim. We're talking here by a regular korban, right? Regular korban, you see that for sure you can rely on the emurim. Nitma u ha'emurim be'abasar kaim, zoykas adam le'abasar. That's what we had in the Mishnah, right? By regular korban, doesn't matter if it's basar or emurim. Nitma basar ba'av de emurim. So here's the question: mi'aminan hatzitz be'ratz ha'lachilas. So we know if Yeshua holds, after making an akdama, the Gemara brings down if Yeshua, he holds that you need to have something. But Eliezer holds dam aftish ein basar. What we're talking about if Yeshua holds that there must be something left over, either the chelev or the basar. The question is like this: there's no emurim, and the question is in the lashon habavli if the tzitz is meratz halachilas. It's considered that tzitz makes it that it, even though it's tomei, it has a din like there is something here. It's not like it's totally lost. In a mela, you can be zoyrik al smach of the basar that's still kind. So the Gemara brings this in Bavli also. You see from the tzitz meratz al achilas from the din of koimetz, because we talk about koimetz. There's only achila there. There's no emurim, right? Because the moiser oim is nechel for the kehanim. And there we say, if it's nitma, you can still be mak to the koimetz on the smach of the shirayim that became tomei. So we must say that it sits miratz al achilas to make it a din that has a din of kayim, and umele it can be mak to the koimetz. And who din here, you can be zoyrik on the smach of basar that became tomei, because it sits in miratz al inyan that it has a tumah, doesn't have a din like it's like doesn't exist. Just it has a din like it still exists, and you can be zoyrik on that achila, on that basar or the moisa omer. You should learn this sugya about. It's a very long sugya, but you see that this is the point. It's called tzitz meratz al achilas. Amar Rebbe to pasuk Rebbe Eliezer. It's not a raya. Maybe a Mishnah holds like Rebbe Eliezer. Mishnah Eliezer holds that dam apish ein basar. You also, even if it gets lost, all the basar, all the amur, nothing left, you can still be zoykas it down. According to him, you it's not meratzah achilas. You could say just that you don't need anything, even if it's totally lost. You can be makta, you can be zoykas it down. Okay, now the Gemara asks a new question. Betumas oivdim. The question goes, Betumas oivdim. It doesn't explain, so what does it mean? Hey Chavi. Shachtu oise balamumen. Kahanam tahir balamumen. Vizarko oise tumeya. So what's the thing that the basar never became Tomei. That's the trick here. Because the Tomei and the Kahanim, they only did the dam, the Kabbalah, and they never touched the animal. So the question is that considered like a Pesach Haba B'Tumah? It's not considered Pesach Haba B'Tumah because the basar never became Tomei. הבאזר כל יח באזר יש כאן תאים שיכלו. הבזיר אומר מאחה, הבזיר אומר מאחה שהפסח בא בתומה נחלס. שהפסח בא בתומה. אז שהפסח בא בתומה נחלס. הבזיר holds. So the question is again, in such a case, if it's nechel betumah, the question is, in such a case, that what happened? Let's say in such a case where the Kehanim Balamumen, the Hoyer Shechte, the or even Yisrael, I should say Kehanim. Shach Oise Balamumen could be even a Zar's kosher, the Shechita, right? The question is, if it has a din, because they did the Zrika, it has been a Pesach Haba B'Tumah, and Mamela, it's Necheles, it can be eaten. Or no, we're talking here that the tzibur is also Tomei. Tzibur is Tomei. Or we say no. It doesn't have din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah because the basar never became Tomei. And Mamela, the oidim cannot eat it. And l'chayra, it's mean to say that the oidim is not yoytze. And that's l'chayra, because if you can't eat it, you're not yoytze anymore. So it's tricky this Yerushalmi. L'chayra is trying to say that if we hold that doesn't have a din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah, so you cannot bring such a thing b'chlal, because who's going to eat it? You can't eat it. I'm just adding some stuff here. You need to add this. Okay, now comes a new question. Hey Chavida, it's probably missing some words here. He's asking a new question. Nitma adam l'chudei v'pesach shel yachid. Im have a pesach haba b'tumah memela nechel t'meim. Again, the same question. Let's say that the dam became Tomei. The Pesach shel Yochid here. What is the din? If he's going to ask somebody, he can't. The halacha is that a Yochid is not doichet tumah. But the din is im ava v'zar kuritza. The din is by Tumas dam b'tzitzis meratza. The evet it's yoytze the carbon. So if it has a din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah, because we say that if you hold Ematir Leid Israel, Kimisha, Achasha Ematir Leid Israel, Kimisha Loi Babatum. It doesn't have a din of Pesach Babatum. Why? Because we don't let him do it l'chatchila. So it's not like the Pesach came; it just happened with the Evet. So since it doesn't have a din of Pesach Babatum, it's not nechal. It's not nechal. And the Chayr, again, the same thing. So if the guy, the Chabura is Tomei, they're not Yaitse. It's the din is Pesach Haba B'Tumah, Nechal B'Tumah. Does this situation have a din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah? The situation that the dam is Tomei, and we don't allow the Kohen to be Zorik dam that's Nitma, but if it's over Zorik Hurtze, so maybe since it's over Zorik Hurtze, it's like Ba B'Tumah, because we see it's not so terrible. Tumah's dam says it's Meratze. So maybe it has a din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah, Shenechel B'Tumah, in Memela, this Chabura was Yoitze. That's the trick here. That if we say it's Nechel, but has a din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah, and it's Nechel B'Tumah, then we have to understand that you're Yoitze. Because the klal is, if it's Nechel, it means it was a good Pesach. The people of the Chabura were able to eat it. That's the whole Yisod. That Pesach is Balachil. So that's the interesting Chakira, very tifit Chakira here. This Yerushalmi that if such a case where the dam is Nitma, if it has a din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah, that's Nechel B'Tumah, and Mela, this Chabura was Yoitz, even though it's the Yochid, but only the dam became Tomei. The klap the dam is a din of a Zorik Hurtze. Mela, it has a din of Pesach Haba B'Tumah, that's Nechel B'Tumah, and everybody was Yoitz as Mitzvah. Okay, this is the end of this daf.